welcome you to this week's episode of Outside the Box series with Father Sonny Ogom, CMF. Welcome to your number one inspirational channel. I'd like to appreciate you, my Outside the Box family, for always coming here to watch and for subscribing and for giving the support. I'd like to appreciate you that you come here to get inspired to live a better life. My prayer for you is that every day your life will continue to get better. Remember, when you share this video and when you encourage someone to watch the content of this video, you are making a difference in somebody's life. Can someone actually move a mountain? Can one man move a mountain? Well, a particular man has done that before. There's this story of a particular man, a laborer in a village, who was going about with his work. He's married. One day his wife fell from a height, so she got badly injured that they needed to attend to her urgently. They tried all they could, but it was beyond their power. They had to take her to the nearest hospital, the nearest place they could find a doctor, and that is like about 55 kilometers away from their village. That is the next village. Meanwhile, this next village is just close by. The reason why they can't access it until they cover that distance of 55 kilometers is because there is a big mountain that is, in between their village and the next village. So they have to navigate round the road that will now take them 55 kilometers to get to that village. Before they could get there, his wife died. When he came back, this man mourned his wife. The following year, he made a resolve. He said to himself, I am going to cut through this mountain to make the next village very accessible for my people so that they could go and get medical attention whenever they are in need of it. That was an insane desire in his mind or goal. In fact, he said when he started, what was he going to use? Just a hammer and a chisel. When he started, the people from his village, they called him a lunatic, a madman. How do you think that with a hammer and chisel you'll be able to cut through this mountain to the next village? This mountain that has always been here for a very long time. What do you think you're going to do? This man started with a hammer and a chisel. His wife died in 1959. While he started this project the following year, being 1960, he started cutting. Every day he kept going there, he kept cutting every day. It took him from 1960 till 1982, that is 22 years later, to be able to cut through that mountain to the next village. He succeeded. 22 years. Now, at the end of this work, he reduced the distance from his village to the next village from 55 kilometers to 15 kilometers. In fact, much later, after this man died, because the man died in 2007, he completed this work in 1982. He died in 2007. Now, after his death, the government, many years later, that period after his death, the government much later came and constructed a third road using that same route that this man cut the mountain through. Dear friends, this man did not choose to start complaining or crying or just saying, if not because of this mountain, my wife would not have died, and then just cry over the situation, then complain and end there. No, this man took it upon himself to do something. Dear friends, wherever we find ourselves, be it in your place of work, be it in your family, be it in your religious community, wherever you find yourself, wherever we find ourselves. There are a lot of things to complain about. There are so many things you want to complain. There are so many. The list is endless. But instead of crying over the things that we face in our communities, wherever we find ourselves, even in our family or in our relationships, why not make a decision that I will be a solution and not part of the problem? Let us be part of the solution and not part of the problem. You and I know that no matter how much we complain, it will never change anything. But someone who steps up to the challenge, it may be so big, but the little solution you can offer to that situation will make a long way. You can inspire someone to join you because you persist. The man said when he started cutting through the mountain, at first people were laughing at him, but after some years, he discovered that some people started offering him help and assistance. They discovered this man is not going to give up. He has made up his mind that he's serious about it. Because when they saw that he has cut through the mountain to a large extent, some people started giving him support. Those who were coming to give him food, and some other persons, were assisting him to buy his tools and so on and so forth. Make a decision to be a solution and not part of the problem. It's easy to complain. It's easy to talk about this community where I'm living, this village where I'm living, this place where I am living. The people are like this street where I'm living, it is like this. Nobody is cooperating. People are doing this, and it's very easy to complain. But you and I know, after all the complaint, our complaint does not make us a valuable person. Our complaint does not make us someone who is helpful. Our complaint instead makes us more bitter people. Just imagine you have a friend. Each time you meet this friend, he's always complaining about one thing or the other. I'm sure you would not like to have such a friend around you. And we too don't need to become those kind of friends. Be part of the solution. The question that you and me should be asking ourselves is, what can I do so that I can be a solution to the situation in this community, in this family? What can I do to be part of the solution, to make things better? What can I do in my relationship with this person? What can I do to make things better, to be part of the solution in this office where I'm working? What can I do to be a solution to something here, to a problem here in this office that I've discovered is a persistent problem? What can I do to be part of the solution? There's always something you can do, no matter how little. Start small. Start that solution. No matter how little it is, it's going to do something. It's going to add value. I want to leave you with this. Life is only worth living when somebody is living for a purpose. And one of the purposes of life is that every one of us have been born or created to be a solution to something. Our life can really add value wherever we find ourselves. Get about adding value to wherever you find yourself. Start being a solution and not part of the problem. Till I see you in the next video, keep living the inspired life. God bless you.